Hey, son, you know something bothers me? When I'm flying first class and some guy from coach comes up and takes a shit in our bathroom. You know, I say, get back to your filthy coach toilet with the tampon sticking out of the commode. Don't be coming up here trying to upgrade your feces. Your super saver feces. Well, I think most people know by now, caviar feces smell much nicer than bologna sandwich feces. It's unfortunate, it's not nice to say, you don't like to point out class distinctions, but it's a fact. It's a function of socioeconomics. It's called the fecal differential. It has to do with diet as it relates to income. The lower the income, the worse the diet, the more disgusting the feces. And the same thing is true of farts. And the worst farts of all, the most horrifying farts in the entire travel experience can be found in the economy section of any plane coming in from the third world. It is fucking torture back there. Underdeveloped country farts. Those people have farts that could kill cancer. The kind of fart that comes in handy if you have something that needs welding. The kind of fart that if you let one go at home, 30 minutes later, your plants are all yellow. The kind of fart that after 2 or 3 days, you begin to realize there are no more birds in your neighborhood. A fart that would eat the stitching out of Levi's. Can I get away with one more fart joke here? All right. The kind of fart whereby the Centers for Disease Control declares your pants a level 5 biohazard. And what happens? What happens on these third world airplanes is that in the economy section, about an hour after the meal service, they quite often have these life-threatening fart emergencies. The FAA calls them TFIs, toxic flatulence incidents. The airlines call them code browns. Just as a hospital has a code blue, they have code brown, code brown. If you ever hear that sound, do not inhale. You are in a code brown. And the worst place to be, the most dangerous part of the aircraft during a code brown is in the last 3 rows. Because what happens is, and this is simple physics, these planes get flying so fast that all of the most vicious, lethal, volatile, flammable, unstable farts get pushed toward the back of the airplane where they become compressed and they build up pressure. And they build until they reach critical fart density. CFD. And they continue to build throughout the entire flight until finally some kid turns on a Game Boy and boom! The whole back end of the plane blows off. And you know who gets blamed? Osama bin Laden. These poor terrorists get blamed for explosions that are nothing more than spontaneous, random, intermittent cabbage fart detonations. And the FBI doesn't know this, a pack of fucking nitwits you have protecting you. They're looking for explosives. They should be looking for minute traces of rice and bok choy. These are the kind of thoughts that kept me out of the really good schools. And prevented me from moving swiftly up the corporate ladder. Because I was always complaining about something, you know? Always finding fault.